Hi, my name is Madeline Ortega and I will be discussing Aztec era sculptures. The Aztec civilization was from 1300 to 1521. The Aztecs were a Mesoamerican civilization. Central Mexico, the home of the Aztecs, was a mountainous area with much of the land surface taken up by steep, wooded slopes. The Aztecs were famous for agriculture, land, art, and architecture. They developed writing skills, a calendar system, and also temples and places of worship. They were also known for being fierce and unforgiving. The first sculpture that I will be discussing is the goddess of maize, Chicomecoatl. By looking at the sculpture, you can immediately tell that it is symmetrical. Every single aspect of it is identical. There is also use of depth in the sculpture as well. The hands and head were carved out to make it look as if it was reaching out to you, trying to give you the corn. There's also a use of lines in this. You can tell by looking under the face. Detail is also present in this. The corn is carved out, making it look more realistic, and also the face is carved to make it have more depth. Chicomecoatl represents fertility and agricultural abundance. Located in central Mexico, the sculpture was created to commemorate the Huitzilopochtli festival, which would honor the corn plant. Young women would carry corn cobs and maize stalks in bundles. This sculpture was found with 3 other sculptures in Mexico. The headdress is said to be a paper crown that represents the festivals and ceremonies that were held by the Aztecs. The bows of this headdress are supposed to be an ornamental device called an amatl. Chicomecoatl is translated to 7 snake or 7 serpent. The meaning behind the goddess of maize is the importance of corn and the fertility abundance of it all. Symbolically, it shows how important agriculture is for them. Crops were key in order for them to survive in their area. The sculpture also shows the celebration that they had when they collected the corn. The second sculpture I'll be discussing is the Eagle Warrior. When looking at the sculpture, you can see all the detailing that went into it. The tracing of the feathers on the body of the warrior. The hat of the warrior was carved in a way where it made it look like a beak. Even the talons are shown by the knees. There is much depth in this sculpture as well. The face was carved to show the distinct features of the warrior, such as the big round eyes and round mouth. As you can tell, the sculpture is also symmetrical. Both sides of the warrior are completely the same down to the detailing. In this picture, an eagle warrior is shown. They are depicted as guardians of the House of Eagles. Located in Mexico City, the sculpture was created to guard the House of Eagles. It was supposed to be intimidating due to the flight position as well as an aggressive face. They were an elite class of warriors. Back when it was made, it was said to have real feathers on it. Even real eagle costumes existed. It was made of 4 separate pieces and then assembled. This sculpture embodied youthful beauty. The youthfulness of the eagle warrior shows what the perfect male sacrifice would have been like. In the House of Eagles, the warriors would make offerings of their own blood. The eagle warrior symbolizes a guardian. They were created to protect the sacred House of Eagles from those who entered. The third and last sculpture I'll be discussing is the rain god Chacmool. When looking at the sculpture, you can see the use of lines throughout the piece, starting at the ankles and wrists. You can see the depth of the sculpture when looking at the facial features. They were carved out to show the prominent features. There is a bumpy and rough texture present in this piece as well. You can see it by looking at the body and the head of the figure. Detailing also goes into this. You can see the detailing in the headdress and jewelry around the neck of the figure. The sculpture was used as a place for sacrificial offerings from the gods. Located in Mexico City, the sculpture wears a Tlaloc mask and bears a Huacali, which is a vessel for sacrificed human hearts, on the chest. On the bottom of the sculpture, there are aquatic motifs such as mineral shells. It wore a black jade to show its antique side. The sculpture would have most likely come from the Tlaloc side of the Twin Pyramid. The image of a fanged Tlaloc face monster carved on the bottom beneath the sculpture. The rain god sculpture was a place for sacrifices which were important to the gods. It was praised for being an important place, and the gods felt comfortable there.